Hey Soul Family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at what's this person's thoughts about you and what do they plan to do next. Now, a disclaimer before we begin this reading. This is information that you are allowed to know. And in fact, if you click on the reading and you don't find information about that particular person that you have in mind, perhaps you're not meant to know right now this information, and maybe the reading is showing you information about another situation that you're meant to know about. So let's start pulling out your cards for today's reading. If you're really wondering what's going on, if there is a particular relationship or connection that feels like at this moment in time you just don't know what's going on, what is this person's thoughts about you, the situation, what do they plan to do next, whether this is a romantic connection, maybe even a business connection, or any other connection, really, this reading will help you out with that. By the way, if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, you will find a timestamp for that down in the description box, which will take you straight to the part of the reading where we shuffle your signs and find out in which of the piles they'll fall under. If you prefer for Spirit to pick your pile, this is also an option, and you will find the timestamp to that as well down in the description box. Otherwise, let's take a look at today's cards. So for pile number 1, you've got the card, Speak Your Mind. For pile number 2, you've got the card, Tears of Joy and Sadness. And for pile number 3, you've got the card, Transformation and Change. So these are the cards for today's reading. If you prefer to pick your piles using your crystals, let me add these. And let's start our picking process. So I'm noticing a lot of sort of orange, yellowish colors, as well as green and blue. You know what? Would this match? I think this would match beautifully. Let's keep this one here. Regarding these other two, we have a bit of purple here. Hold up. Nah. Would it work? Not really. It wouldn't work. We could use the Amethyst, of course. Either this one or maybe even this one. I think this Amethyst would be great for this card. And finally, for this card, I'm trying to look for something that has a bit of yellow and the salmon orange, but I don't think I have something in this box right away readily available for that. So why don't we use yellow Aventurine? It does pick up on all of the yellows in this card in general. We can even use the lightest side right there. Yeah, beautiful. I think we have our crystals, and let's start putting them in place, and I'll introduce each crystal to you right now. All right, so my dear soul family, for pile number 1, sorry about that, you've got the beautiful yellow Aventurine. For pile, why don't I bring them down a bit so that you have enough eye space to actually look at your crystals and cards well. This is much better. For pile number 2, you've got the blue Howlite. Okay. And for pile number 3, you've got the beautiful Amethyst. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. In case you feel drawn to more than one pile, maybe even all of the piles, trust your intuition. It's meant to take you to the reading you're meant to hear about today. Another way you can do this is that if you have several people in mind, you can assign a different person to each pile and see how the piles answer your question. But I would say keep your mind open. If you don't get information about this particular person, then you're meant to hear about another situation. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your readings. And please note that in the next section, you can pick your piles using your zodiac signs. So if this is something you're interested in, please stick around. If not, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, then my dear soul family, welcome. This part of the introduction has been created specifically for you so that you can do just that. And in a moment after the shuffling, I will be pulling out 4 signs for each pile. All right, let's go ahead. 4 signs for pile 1, 4 signs for pile number 2, and 4 signs for pile number 3. Right, so you've got the signs Leo, Scorpio, Cancer, as well as Capricorn. For pile number 2, you've got Pisces, Aquarius, Gemini, as well as Libra. And for pile number 3, you've got the signs Virgo, Sagittarius, Aries, as well as Taurus. Right. So I would say for today's reading, if you know the person's zodiac sign, I would highly recommend you go by their zodiac sign, their sun placement. And if you know any of the other major placements, like their moon, their rising, you could expand and watch the other piles. If you want to get more information, you can absolutely do that. Watch the other piles. Like, for example, if someone is a Taurus and their rising is Gemini and their moon is a Leo, you would, if you want, pick the Taurus pile mainly. If you want a second one, go by the rising, which was, I think, Gemini, we said. Or was that? Yeah, Gemini. And if you want to expand even more, you can watch their Leo, the first pile. So yeah, these are just suggestions. If you do not know what this person's zodiac sign is, please go by your zodiac sign. You can go with your sun, moon, or rising. I highly recommend you check out the 3, but please do what you know is right for you. And if you prefer to pick your pile using any other placement in your chart, please feel free to do that as well. These are all just different suggestions to make it easier for you to find your pile, but your preference and what resonates with you is the most important thing. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your readings. And please note that in the next section, Spirit will be picking your pile for you. If this is something you're interested in, please stick around. If not, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. Okay, if you prefer for Spirit to pick your pile, welcome. This part of the introduction has been created specifically for you so that you can do just that. And as you may know, I assign a different tarot card to each pile based on the numerology of the major arcana. And so the Magician will be presenting pile number 1, the High Priestess, pile number 2, and the Empress, pile number 3. And really all I do is shuffle them around until, and I just did that, until I miss pulling out a card from the other side or passing on a card to the other side. And I actually pulled this one. This is why I'm suggesting this is your chosen pile, and it is pile number 2. Okay, so my dear soul family, these were the different ways in which you can pick your pile in today's reading. I truly hope that you've enjoyed them and that they brought you the clarity that you need to find your pile. And once you're ready, as you know, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your timestamps, and I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at what's this person's thoughts about you and what do they plan to do next. As I said in the intro, the disclaimer is you're only going to know what you are allowed to know in terms of the information you're seeking with regards to this person, and I do not put the intention in this reading of taking out information that you are not meant to know. So let's see what this is going to be. Be open, because maybe the reading shows you information about someone else that Spirit wants you to learn something about. But most likely, there we go. You're going to be getting more information about the person that you have in mind for most of you. Okay, so disclaimer out of the way. Please let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful yellow Aventurine. Your significator card is Speak Your Mind. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Leo, Scorpio, Cancer, as well as Capricorn. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. All right, so let's get straight into it. Speak your mind. Right, so you've got the card Crossroads. Important choices, life-changing decisions. Choose wisely. Your next step matters. Okay. And you've got Mars in Taurus with diligence. Very interesting. You've got the Enneagram in advance with the category of temporality. And the keywords are earlier than expected, got ahead, proceeded early, prematurely, before the hour. You've got the Enneagram day under the category again of temporality. So there's something temporary here. The keywords are in the short run. What's up? That can't be a coincidence. Like something is happening soon, earlier than expected, in the short run, go ahead, just now, in a jiffy, early, shortly, you see, instantly, very soon. That is so interesting. Okay. Powerful synchronicity. You've got the card negotiation. Speak your mind. And they do kind of feel like they're negotiating here. Doesn't it look the same, kind of? Same energy? Okay. Let's now take a look at your tarot cards and see the whole picture of what's this person's thoughts about you and what do they plan to do next. So, Page of Swords, definitely a beginning of a lot of talking here, sharing thoughts. Also being curious with the Page of Swords, being curious, having an open mind. So that's good. You've got the Queen of Wands, right? The Devil card. Queen of Pentacles, Queen, Queen, Queen. If we're thinking about what's this person's thoughts about you, with all of these queens, you seem to come off as very powerful when this person thinks about you. At least, at the very least, when it comes to the topic they seem to have in mind. The Devil card suggests that they're not feeling like it's easy, because it looks like they want to have a conversation with you about making an important decision, it seems. It seems like this conversation is going to be opening up soon, very soon, like maybe even today or very soon, telling you in advance about something maybe that's going to happen in their life or your lives together. And their thoughts is they're quite diligent about making sure everything is stable with Taurus, that they go ahead and have that tough talk that seems heavy to their hearts. The reason, like I said, this feels very heavy is because of the two queens here. In this person's mind, they're thinking you have a very strong character, your energy is strong, you're very confident. Also, maybe an aspect about popularity, if this resonates with you or not. Very popular. So perhaps Queen of Wands and the Devil, if popularity is a factor, then this means that they're also afraid about the consequences of your popularity. Like they could be stuck. Maybe they're afraid of other people bashing them or other people deeming them as bad, right? But if popularity is not the case, in all cases, they feel like you have a very strong character, you have a heavy head on your shoulder, you seem to be powerful in their mind, you know what you want with the Queen of Pentacles. Also, Queen of Pentacles shows that you have a lot. It seems like you're very fulfilled, very fulfilled. You give off that energy of being confident, fulfilled. You're not waiting for anyone to give you something. Queen of Pentacles, she creates the life of her dreams. So you seem to be doing what you want for yourself. It seems like they're stuck or they're afraid. I feel like this is talking about their fear. But let's check what the Devil is referring to. Knight of Pentacles. They want to take things slow because of danger, which means that this is danger, some form of danger. They don't want to be stuck in a situation, unfavorable situation. They don't want to make the wrong move. They want to take things slowly when negotiating things with you, because maybe something is at stake. You know, Taurus, second house, maybe money is at stake, maybe health is at stake, second house, body. Comfort, Taurus, maybe comfort is at stake. That's another thing. But they also know that they have to make they have to go ahead and speak with you because some decision here needs to happen. So we'll check in a moment what it is that they want to speak to you about in a moment, but I just want to tell you the final thing that I see here when they think about you is that they also believe that you are a person with the Page of Swords who's open-minded. That's their thoughts about you, right? So on the one hand, they're worried. On the other hand, they're also confident. They're confident in three things. They're confident that if they don't take it slow, it could wreak havoc. They're confident that you're very fulfilled and you take very good care of yourself. You're not waiting for anything from anyone. And they're also confident on the positive side for them about the fact that they know you are a very open-minded person. You are generally someone who is open to exploring things, exploring what the right thing is for you maybe and for others. They're confident that you are curious, that you would be asking questions, that you would discuss openly before you take any decisions, that you would discuss things openly with them. So that's the positive aspect that they have in hand. On one hand, they know that they've got this advantage with you. On the other hand, they know that you're confident, strong, you don't need anything. And some instability, massive instability could happen here. Okay, so they want to talk to you about something in advance, very shortly. You'll find that they are discussing something with you. So what is it that they will be discussing with you, my dear pile number 1? Also, I just got an idea. Before we see what they're going to be discussing with you, I was thinking maybe you haven't identified who this person is. So let's see who this person might be. Funny thing is, this person kind of reminds me a little bit of Jesus Christ. So maybe their name is Christian, maybe, or Christine, or maybe their name is, I know there is a Spanish name for Jesus. I think it's Jesus. I'm sorry. Anyways, like anything related to that, maybe that's their name, something around this, Christine, Christian, maybe something around, their name has something to do with maybe religion. Maybe their name has to do with a god or a goddess. Maybe their name has to do like with faith. Maybe their name is Faith. Anything like that is a clue. It doesn't have to be, of course, but it's a clue, right? Also, in terms of clues, oh, this one moved. Let's take that. In terms of clues, the other clues are the Magician, the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. Ooh, interesting dichotomy here. There's something about how this person loves you very much with the Queen of Cups, but could also appear as quite harsh. So yeah, there's duality in this person's nature. All the queens are out, my God. One thing I can tell you, that's like a strong synchronicity. And this person is definitely thinking at this moment about how powerful you are. And also the queens, the feminine energy is about receptivity. So maybe they're thinking you're expecting to receive something, maybe. Anyways, so this person has this dual nature of you being dear to them, but also them being a bit cutthroat or cold. Maybe they have a cold appearance, whether they mean it or not. Also, this person with the Magician seems to be a very skilled person. Very skilled person. Not easy to deal with generally. Because another aspect of the Magician, depending on in the light or in the shadow, they could be quite tricky to deal with. So they're not easy to deal with, this person. But they're also very skilled. Yeah, these are the clues I see about this person. They are going to present to you something under the guise of, I see, want to achieve dreams. I can help you achieve them, maybe, perhaps. Or I blow your, like, I achieve your dreams, you achieve mine, or something, maybe. Right, let's see the negotiation itself. What is it going to be? So, my dear pile number 1, you've got the card, the Hierophant, right? 2 of Cups. Yeah, something about give and take for sure with the Two of Cups. Like, I scratch your back, you scratch mine, or I give you this thing you're looking for, I fill your cup, you fill mine. Seven of Swords, careful. Five of Swords, be very careful with this negotiation. Perhaps that's why you're meant to know about it. You've got, the Nine of Swords and the Page of Cups. I'll look at guidance in a moment for you, but let's take a look at this negotiation situation. So they will be informing you, Hierophant, from a higher Hierophant, from a higher place. Like, maybe they're going to offer to give you something that only they have access to. So they're going to use their power somehow. They're going to use, their power, or the information that they have, or their power, to say, hey, I'm giving you a higher cup because only I have access to this. So I'm going to give you something high. It seems to me like it looks like they think this is much higher than what you have, but in reality it's not so much higher. Perhaps this is why the idea of they know you have a lot shows up in their thoughts. So maybe they're thinking, I know pile number one's fulfilled, or maybe you're just a person who's generally fulfilled, whether you have a lot or not. With the Queen of Pentacles, you're just fulfilled. You know, you're not needy. So they don't know how much, but in reality, what they're offering you is not that far up. Maybe you find it an advantage and there's nothing to lose, so you may take it. And maybe you might find that it comes out and bites you. So you want to be careful because of the swords here. We're going to talk about the situation. Seven of Swords and Five of Swords are definitely not good cards to have when looking at negotiation. And we'll talk about that in a moment. I'm sure a lot of you already know, but we'll get there. So they're thinking they have some form of big power. They're thinking they're going to educate you and tell you what's right. And they will kind of offer you something higher than what they think you have. And that's what they're going to be talking to you about soon. Here's the thing. This comes with a caveat. The Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords means that this offer that they're going to be giving to you is not entirely honest. Seven of Swords suggests that there are a lot of hidden aspects about what they will be informing you with when it comes to the Hierophant. It suggests that they're hiding a lot of things. They're taking shortcuts. They're trying to get what they want faster. They will be lying, maybe, not necessarily, but it's there. So for some of you, this could be lies. Even for some of you, this could be cheating, right? They will, if this is like doing something behind your back, I just want to show you the symbolism. If they want to do something behind your back, you will see it. You will see it. So they might think that they're doing it behind your back, but you will be able to see it. Especially if you apply the advice given to you here. We'll talk about it. Or the future prediction here. It looks like if you accept this little bit of improvement, whatever this is, this will lead to whatever benefit that they're giving to you to come bite you. And it's going to come with seeing the Nine of Swords with a lot of stress and anxiety. Why? Because while you will be holding this advantage, the stress seems to be about the lies, the hidden factors that they didn't inform you about, the things they'll be doing behind your back, the sneaking, and the shortcuts that they will be taking. Five of Swords suggests that they want to be winning at all costs, which means that the actions that they will take, as per the energy of the cards, And be mindful that energies change all the time. If this person wakes up the next day and decides to do things better, then these cards will change. So as per the energies of now, with the Five of Swords, this person seems to be one who will win at all costs. Doesn't matter if this suits you or not, if this benefits you or not, or if this even hurts you or not. That doesn't matter with the Five of Swords. And so this is why the reading is showing you as these two cards standing alone outside of the conversation here. It just gives us more understanding of their thoughts and the energy of this negotiation, is that if you take this cup, it shall come back and haunt you, it seems. So instead, what is your guidance, my dear pile number 1? What is your guidance then regarding this situation? And before we look at your guidance, I think it would be super useful to look at what this crossroad is, because the whole reason they're going through all, like this whole thing is happening and this is what they're thinking about, is because of a particular crossroad. So we want to look at what this is. Something about loyalty turns around to scare you. So you want to be careful with that. And the crossroad, what's that crossroad? What's making them make this decision? Three of Wands. Some of them may be leaving or something. Nine of Cups. Wow. Something that they were wishing for with the Nine of Cups started getting in motion. That's the first motion card in the Wands. Well, it's not the first. There's the raw energy of creation, but that's the energy of movement. Something finally kicks off. And so Nine of Cups and Three of Wands suggests that something that they really want, something that they're wishing for, starts working out for them. So if this, Taurus, could be abundance or something that they really, really want and want to enjoy. Taurus, want to enjoy. So why are you in the middle of this? Like, why do they need to talk to you then? King of Cups. Seems like there's a private conversation in this ship. King of Cups. Judgment. Looks like a lot of people are talking behind this person's back. And it's judgment of, with the King of Cups, people that they really love or really like. So for example, if this is your spouse, I'm not saying it is, of course, but for example, if this is your spouse and you have children, then maybe they're afraid of the judgment of their children. Maybe they're afraid of, if this is your friend, then they're afraid of the judgment of your friends, right? Your other friends. If this is your manager or a colleague, then they're afraid of the judgment of their team. You see what I'm saying? So they care a great deal with the King of Cups about the people that will be talking, judgment, that will be judging them. This is why it seems like they want to make it seem like they're taking care of you, but it really is going to come and bite you, unfortunately, it seems here. And it seems like you're meant to know about this beforehand. So, guidance. This takes us to guidance. What is your guidance with regards to this situation? You've got the Five of Wands. Hanged Man. I don't know if this is okay or not. I don't know anymore, so I'm just being careful. The Hanged Man. The Seven of Cups. I've got some great guidance for you. Okay. Four of Swords. I've got great guidance for you. This is brilliant. So you've got the Hermit. Right. This is amazing. What are the cards saying? The cards are saying don't accept this offer. It's not fight back with the Five of Wands, but it could mean several things, like maybe give a counter offer, or don't make it super easy for them with the Five of Wands, right? Don't make it so easy. Like Five of Wands is one energy there, and there's an opposite equal energy. So whether this is like talk or pushback, yes, I think it's pushback, actually. What's the pushback on your side? Your cards are saying that the longer you hold on and you don't give them like a right away answer in terms of what it is that they're trying to offer you, the more you wait with the Hanged Man, the more that they will be revealing to you more and more and more of their intentions. So the longer you wait, since they're hiding a lot, the more they will be revealing, the more options they will give you, right? So they will, because they're so anxious about what it is that they want, the wish, right? The wish, they're like, I make your wish come true, you make my wish come true. And when you are like, I don't know, I need to sleep on this, I need to think about this, you will be surprised to see that they will open up more, show you more, reveal more by as time passes by. In fact, the cards are like, yeah, even when that happens, sleep on it. Four of Swords. The reason I'm laughing is because I know from the cards that this person was plotting something dishonest against you that will come back and bite you. So Spirit is saying like, push back, and it is your right to know what's hidden behind your back, right? And it's your right to get your correct benefits, right? And so they're simply saying, if you Hermit, if you Four of Swords, if you sleep on it, if you wait, they're all like you not being there. Wait on it, sleep on it, don't be available, Hermit. The more you wait and sleep on it and don't answer, the more this person will have to reveal more and will have to give you more options, which are your rights. And this way, you don't put yourself in a situation where something, as you initially take it, that wasn't so far off anyways. Seems like they just upgraded something a bit that will also come back to haunt you. It doesn't seem like it's fair to you. So this is why it's like, sleep on it, forget about it for a while, until you feel like you've understood the whole situation, it's revealed itself. I feel like in advance, all of that, there's short timeline. And the longer you wait with all of this advance cards, the more anxious maybe they're going to be in terms of time. Not in terms of them being scared, but I think they're going to be more pressed. This is the word I'm looking for. More pressed on time. And because they're so pressed on time and the decision is coming nearer and nearer by the day, they will just have to reveal to you more information, and they will provide you with more options that you deserve instead of being cheated on, right? And yeah, my dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I hope it brought you the clarity that you need in terms of the person that you have in mind, or maybe some urgent information about someone that, Spirit wanted to show you urgent information about today. So thank you so much for tuning in. This was your reading. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 1, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at what this person's thoughts are about you. What's this person's thoughts about you? And what do they plan to do next? And these are the decks that I'll be using for your reading today. Whoa, 3 cards. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below. Oh, there's a card that jumped. I can't remember which one. We'll continue moving. You'll find that I always list them below in the description box for you guys. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful blue Howlite. Your significator card is Tears of Joy and Sadness. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs or this person's zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Pisces, Aquarius, Gemini, as well as Libra. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's get straight into it and find out what this person's thoughts are about you. So right off the bat, this card flipped open. It is Mars in Virgo with the keyword skill. Okay, interesting. Okay, you've got hidden agenda. Secret intentions, manipulation, disguised as kindness, hidden motivations, too helpful to trust. Okay. You've got the Enneagram security under the category of relationship trap. And the keywords here are effective security, assurance, shelter, survival, guarantee, as well as family stability. Interesting cards. Okay, you've got emotional dependence under the category of relationship trap. And the keywords are need of others, gaze, lives for others, reliance, self-neglect, low self-esteem, toxic relationship. All right. You've got extraterrestrial. That's interesting. We'll see what that is. Maybe this person is alien to you, like their culture is different, or maybe they come from another city, or I don't know. Maybe you don't understand them, or the other way around. We'll see. You've got trap. Oh my God. Now, that's definitely saying something, because even the spider's web is a trap. Okay. You've got villain. Right. I think the cards are clear. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you've got the 5 of Wands. I have the deck on the other side, it seems. Right. 5 of Wands. King of Swords. Moon card. A lot of vagueness, a lot of hiding. Seven of Swords. This is confirmed. The person you are inquiring about has a lot of dishonest thoughts about you. It seems like they're trying to steal something. They're trying to lie with the 7 of Swords. They're trying to trap you. Yeah, definitely. That's very clear. Right. I'm just trying to create space for another card. There we go. 4 of Cups. They're going to surprise you. Okay. And maybe they're going to surprise themselves. Or they will be surprised themselves. Because I feel like they're trying to trick you, but looks like they're going to fall if they're not careful. Anyways, what is this person's thoughts about you. This person has mixed thoughts about you, tears of joy as well as sadness. So they have mixed feelings. Perhaps they sometimes have a lot of positive thoughts about you, and other times they have sad or unpleasant thoughts about you. With extraterrestrial, this person doesn't truly understand you that much. They have an idea about you, but they feel like with extraterrestrial that they don't really know what your thoughts could be, what you could do, right? They don't really understand you that much. But all in all, their thoughts seem to be with villain dishonest or not good towards you, with villain in general, because they're hiding a lot of things. They want to use your safety towards them, your sense of safety towards them, or they want to make you feel safe depending on where you are in this connection. When you're listening to this, they want to use safety, and they want to create a lot of emotional dependence so that they are able to pull off the trap that it seems they want to surprise you with. The reason they want to entrap you is because they want a home run here with the Seven of Swords. They want to take something and run. So they are planning, it's the same thing, to give you something nice, taste nice. They give you a present, something that seems pleasant to you, but if you take it, it's going to hurt you. That is the moment they got you. That is their plan here. Is they're thinking in their minds, if I can just get a hold of something, and I don't know what this thing is, if I can just get a hold of that, it's done. I got it. That's what their thoughts are. But at the same time, it seems like they're going back and forth with this thought because mainly to them you're vague with the moon. They are not, they feel like you're different with extraterrestrial, like maybe you to them, yeah, you to them, interstellar, you seem like you come from another world, otherworldly. You seem like maybe you come from maybe another place. They're not able to fully understand you, and so this is why they keep going back and forth. Perhaps the mixed feelings here are also mixed feelings about if they can pull it off, what your reaction is going to be. Also, there are two different types of feelings here that they're feeling. They actually, to some extent, like you when they see you as well. The mirror, when they see you, they like you. You remind them of a part of themselves that maybe they don't exercise, or maybe they don't see a lot. You remind them of a part about themselves that they like, or maybe they've forgotten. That's why there's a part of them that actually likes you. But another part of them is really upset about something, and it may not be you. Maybe they're trying to heal their sadness, maybe they're trying to heal something that is upsetting them, and they feel like if they entrap you, they will fulfill this, whether it's like forever fulfillment. I don't think anyone who gets fulfillment in this way is ever fulfilled, but they feel like they will at least get that fulfillment that they want. They have to be careful with you, because what they're not seeing is if they make the wrong move, they will fall. Everything will fall that they've been trying to get, and they might even get themselves into trouble. So cool, the cards are describing you as well. So it looks like this person's tactic with the Four of Cups, or their thoughts, is that if they do this by a surprise with the Four of Cups, they may catch you off guard. Surprise. They do this as a surprise. You will like it, and they will be able to somehow entrap you. Yeah. To surprise you. is their thoughts. So you might, if most of you are already inquiring about who this person is, you know who that person is as you are listening to the reading. But if you are one of the people where the spirit is choosing to show you about someone else, then these are the two cards that will describe to you who that person could be, because this is a reading telling you to be careful. So you've got the Seven of Pentacles and you've got the Ace of Cups. This is a person who's very patient. Also with the Ace of Cups, very loving. They come across as very loving. They might be, with Villain and the Ace of Cups, the sort of people that bombard you with love, you know? Something like that. They give you so much love. They're very patient, because perhaps with the patience, you could think by time that it's genuine, maybe. Or it's just describing them. They're very patient. I see a white beard. Maybe they're older than you a little bit. An extra detail could be, it could ring true or not. Maybe with the Seven of Pentacles, this is a person who has built a lot for themselves. They come across as nice person. Ace of Cups, nice person. Yeah, all the cups here. They always deal with others nicely. Ace of Cups. Yeah, they have this demeanor of being nice, but with Villain, it seems to be their way of getting what they want. It's deceptful for sure. Also, their thoughts about you, although vague, they realize with the King of Swords that you're very intelligent. You're very alert, very aware. That's why with the Five of Wands, it seems like they go back and forth. They're struggling. And perhaps this is why they want to do it as a surprise, whatever this surprise is, to get a hold of something that would ultimately mean they get a hold of what they want from you. So let's explore, what is it that they want? What do they want so much here? And what, most importantly, what is the surprise going to be? Yeah, so what do they want? And what is the surprise going to be? What do they want? Ace of Wands. Judgment. Emperor. Three of Cups. So Ace of Wands is raw desire. You have something that they really want. Like, for example, if this is a romantic relationship, for example, then Ace of Wands would definitely be like sexual desires. If this is a business endeavor, then maybe your company or your position or your reputation, you've got something that they really desire. And you've got it in a solid way with the Emperor. And they can't stop thinking about it. They want it so much, they cannot stop thinking about it. And you've got it in a solid way. Like, for example, if this is business, then maybe other companies are making profit, but their expenses are also high. In that case, if this is like an investor or someone that wants to take over market share, for example, then they're thinking, oh, this person has high revenue, low cost, for example. So I'm just trying to explain what it means. They feel like what they want something so much, they can't stop thinking about it. You've got it, yours is solid. What you have is solid. And it will make them the happiest. Three of Cups. They will celebrate it the best. If they get it, that's like a big celebration if they catch it. Yeah, you've got a great desire. Any more clues? Maybe we can use an oracle card to give us a clue about this desire. This one and this one. We've got, actually you've got 4. So maybe the cards are going to give us, and this one moved, different ideas on the different people listening. So, wilderness. Where you live. How you live, where you live. Some people think you have something that will allow them to get away from being caught, or you know what a weird example I got in my mind? Like, you know how when someone, for example, a romantic connection, marries someone from the country that they want to stay in, for example, so that they don't leave the country. Weird example, but it's there. So something that you have allows them to be able to escape a destiny that is scary for them. Justice. They want to legally own or have something that you have, sign a contract to get something that you have. Society. Yeah, I did see Judgment, the reputation. Judgment and Ace of Wands, reputation. Some want your reputation. Restaurant. So restaurant could be date, right? If they can just get this date or something. Restaurant could be taste, a taste of something. They want to have a taste of something that you have. So you enjoy something and they want to have a taste of it, right? So yeah, these are the examples that I see. Wilderness. Freedom. Wilderness is also freedom. So they see you enjoying a sort of freedom that they want. Okay, so that is what we're seeing in terms of their intentions and what they want. Let's take a look at what they're going to surprise you with. How are they planning to entrap? Like, they're not going to entrap you. Hopefully, you're listening to this reading for a reason. But their thoughts, like, what do they plan to do next when it comes to this surprise? What is this surprise? What is this trap that they're thinking about? So you've got the Hanged Man. That's like absolute entrapment. Hanging in there. Okay. Seven of Wands. Something like if they get a hold of something, they understand that they will make you stuck in one way or the other, and then put a lot of pressure on you by different ways to get it by force. Two of Wands. Six of Cups. Okay, so Two of Wands shows both aspects. They will be displaying to you. You will see Two of Wands. They will be displaying to you two aspects when they get a hold of you somehow. Like, this could be like contractual binding. This could be like because there's a surprise here. So the surprise that they're giving you, if you accept it, this pleasant surprise, if you accept it, you'll realize instantly that you are entrapped. The fact that you take it entraps you. So be careful with that. And they're thinking once they entrap you, they're going to be balancing or displaying to you two sides. The side that we talked about, where they push you in many ways and challenge you in many ways and use force, like if you don't sign it, then I'm gonna have to like remove the discount. If you don't do this, then I'm gonna have to like leave and walk away. I don't know, but I'm just trying to give you examples. So they're like pushing, making sure they push you and put force on you. And then on the other side, they're planning to sweet talk you with the Six of Cups, like share memories, Six of Cups, show their innocent side, Six of Cups, try to give you something lovingly. So their plan is to do both. But in order for them to be able to do both, they are thinking they have to entrap you somehow. It's like, if I just get this, that's the beginning of the whole path. I will be able to get a hold of them and do whatever I want. It will be the trap. They just have to feel safe. And somehow they are thinking, if you depend on them, perhaps that's the innocent thing here. If you like feel safe with them and you depend on this connection, then this whole push and pull dynamic, nice cup, bad cup in the same person sort of idea, will work. But in order for this to work, they have to entrap you, and it's going to be through the surprise. But the cards didn't answer exactly the surprise. Like, that's the whole plan of the surprise. But what is the surprise? What is going to entrap you? You know, there is a vampire. Hold on, I didn't read the cards fully. There is a vampire, and vampires, they look for blood, right? So, first of all, this gives me an idea that they are there to, like, whatever they're gonna do is gonna hurt you with vampire and the blood. It's gonna maybe hurt you. It's like, not, you're not giving consent that they, like, if you give someone shares to your project, for example, it doesn't mean that they get to wreak havoc and do what they want, you know, or use your name, for example, to sell their things, whatever this is. So the surprise is, there's a spider here. Let me think. It's probably giving you something you really want. I think it is. What is it that you really want? Yeah, of course, giving you something that you really want. So what is this thing that they're going to be giving to you that you really want? Chariot. Three of Wands and Chariot. Do you want to go somewhere? What? Maybe you want this relationship to move. Maybe you want your career to move. Yeah, they are going to put in motion something that matters to you, something that matters to you the most. And they will convince you that they are safe and that you can rely on them to make this move. Not knowing how this is gonna entrap you. Two of Swords is hiding, not seeing. This is seeing, this is not seeing. So their intentions is, I will make this move for you, not knowing maybe the cost of it or how they can entrap you with it. Or maybe won't give it at all, who knows. But they will promise to make something in motion that you want. Yeah. And be careful, like when they offer this to you, perhaps you won't see their eyes, like their intentions, their villainness, you know? Because by the time they offer this to you and they're patient, we've learned they're patient, you would have thought that they're safe or something. But the cards are showing something else. They're double-faced. I think it's not just that they have mixed emotions about you, which of course could be true from the beginning when we saw it intuitively, but also this could mean that they are double-faced. They show you a smile, but they have completely other intentions, and I think that's really what the cards are trying to say. They will promise you to move something in the direction that you desire, something that you really care about. Can we get clues? What did we get clues about? What they want. Now this time it's what you want. What do they believe you want? We have 3 energies for the collective, depending on which one resonates with you. Holiday, you want to have fun? You want to enjoy your time? Mask. Acting for some of you, mask. You want to appear in a specific way, so maybe more reputation. Taking pictures, popularity, becoming popular. Or for, yeah? They know you want a holiday somewhere. They know maybe you want to have fun somewhere. You really want to enjoy the experience. You want to enjoy a specific experience. It will feel magical. You're very chilled about something. And maybe some of you want to know them behind the mask because they're not clear. Maybe some of you are genuine, like this is a friend or a love relationship. You're like, you really want to know them better, right? They know you want to know them better. So promises of a connection, like a friend, a lover, someone who is famous and well off, and so maybe they think you want to get to know them better. A lot of ego there. And I can't help but tell you, popular, maybe you're a model or you're a photographer. I know, very specific, but I'm just trying to extract photographer. Maybe it's marketing. Maybe this person will help you market something, make you popular. Yeah, these are the ideas that I have looking at the cards. Okay. So these are the different ideas for the different people listening to this pile. Okay, so yeah, Spirit just wants you to know, be careful. They're not going to be sincere about them moving forward. It's a trap. Moving forward what you want. It is a trap. Okay, since that's the case, my dear pile number 2, let's pull out cards and get your guidance. What is your guidance with regards to this situation? Amazing. So they popped up right away. You've got the Empress. It's the Emperor and the Empress. Remember, you've got something amazing. Don't forget about the amazing thing that you have. This is why this is all happening. Don't forget how amazing you are. Strength. Don't be afraid to use your, to be confident and strong, like saying no, thank you, no. Like, don't be shy and take something that you don't feel safe with, right? Use your strength. Remember who you are and remember why this is all happening. It's because you're amazing with the Empress. Remember also you're abundant with the Empress. Page of Swords. And have an open mind with the Page of Swords. Be open, ask questions. Don't be shy to ask questions. explore things, because the more you ask questions, the more you talk about things openly and clearly, the more you learn about the situation, is going to put you in a strong position, and it will be less and less likely for this person to think it's that easy to entrap you in that way. So be inquisitive with the Page of Swords. Be curious, ask questions, make sure that everything is clear. Stay strong and confident. Don't be swayed, don't be shy, don't be emotional with this person, because they're playing this trick. And so the more confident and strong you are, the less, like, the more the whole idea will dissipate. They will think, nah, we knew pile number 2 was intelligent, but this doesn't leave room for the plan of making security and emotional dependence. Is not going to work. Pile number 2 is too strong, too confident, knows their self-worth, knows who they are very well, is not afraid to inquire, ask questions, make things clear. And this whole situation will dissipate by you remembering who you are, standing in your power, and being confident and strong, and asking questions. This whole situation will dissipate. And my dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I truly hope that you've enjoyed it, and that it brought you the clarity that you need with regards to this situation. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 2, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at what's this person on your mind's thoughts about you, and what do they plan to do next. These are the decks that I'll be using for your reading today. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Amethyst. I feel this one. Your significator card is Transformation and Change. Oh, look at that. I'm going to take that as well. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, or even their zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile... Whoa. Okay, so we're seeing 2 cards that appeared, and this one. So I'm going to take this, and I am going to take... Okay, so how am I going to do this? I'm going to take this one. Oof, that was in pile number 2. If you're drawn to pile number 2, I highly recommend it. And you've got this. Looks like this is showing up too. So we're going to take it. All right. So yeah, the zodiac signs for this pile are Virgo, Sagittarius, Aries, as well as Taurus. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. All right. So let's take a look at your oracle cards first and see what's this person's thoughts about you. All right. Transformation and change. Okay, so you've got the Enneagram, the Child, under the category of character. Hold on 1 second. There we go. And the keywords are successor, heir, boy, girl, offspring, as well as descendant. Very interesting. Okay, I think this needs adjustments. Yep, there we go. You also have the card Mercury in Pisces with trust. You've got luxury life. Interesting. So the keywords here are comfortable wealth, indulgence, enjoying rewards because I deserve it. Interesting. The way these two are next to each other kind of makes me feel like I know it's very specific. I'm gonna say it, and if it resonates with you, then it resonates. Like last time they saw you, you were just a child, and now they see you doing well in life. I know, very specific, but it's there for someone. This minor detail. You've got blind date. Interesting. Maybe this is someone you've dated when you were much younger. Maybe this is someone you've dated when you were much younger, and now they see you doing great in life. Perhaps that's another detail. All right, you've got globe. Okay. Where, in which pile? Oh, I think it was the first that we had the impression that maybe someone could have been from a different country. Anyways, so you've got neighbors. Maybe this pile is about a neighbor that saw you when you were younger, and now they see you doing well in life. Perhaps another detail, like this could be a date, this could be someone who saw you when you were younger, this could be a neighbor, it could be an extraterrestrial. Just kidding. You've got societal upheaval. Right, let's take a look at your tarot cards. So, strength. There's something about you. Like, I don't know who this person is yet for you, but I think you know, most of you know who this person is that you have in mind. They think you're strong. They think you're very strong. They think you're doing well in life. They think you're strong. Also, with extraterrestrials, jokes aside, they think they almost don't know you anymore. Like, they can't understand you. Especially if this is someone who's known you when you were younger. They're from a different generation, you know. Also, you've grown up, and they're like, oh, I can't understand who they are anymore. Anyways, so strength card. Wow, 8 of Cups. The way this person is drinking before they leave gives me this impression that you are very happy where you are in life, and you keep moving. Queen of Cups. Wow. Okay. There's something about they think you're strong but loving. 3 of Swords. Oh, transformation and change. Of course, this impression that look, these two don't have to be exact. Like for a lot of you, it doesn't have to be they saw you when you were a little girl or a little boy, or when you were little, and now you are older, right? You've grown up. So it doesn't have to be exactly that. But the cards could be explaining that they saw you much younger, or that you've changed from the earlier times when they saw you. And earlier could be last year, right? It could be 2 years, it could be 5 years, it could be 10. But it's going to be different for obviously for each one listening to the other. There's something, neighbors. Maybe they're getting information about you from your neighbors. Maybe it's what the neighbors are relaying to them. Maybe it's someone who's near you. That could be a colleague at work. That could be someone who lives around your block. That could be someone who doesn't speak to you, but it doesn't have to be that. I'm just guessing. It could be someone that doesn't necessarily speak to you, but like gets to observe you, right? So in case this is the neighbor, or what the neighbor card is trying to say. So their thoughts are, you're well traveled, maybe for a lot of you, or you look like you're well traveled. You know, some people have, although they haven't traveled much, they're very like very aware of what's going on internationally. They're interested in different cultures. They learn different languages and so on. And so it doesn't have to be specifically well traveled, but you come across to this person as international, as well traveled, or as having a broad mind. You know, different cultures, different languages, um, or maybe you've learned different languages. There's something so, like, not so closed off, something more broad about your mind and about your specific culture, about your the information you know about the world, or that you're simply well traveled, right? I'm just trying to open your minds on what the globe card could mean. So yeah, they think you're well traveled, or whatever we've explained along these lines. They feel like if they meet you, they almost won't recognize you anymore. Like, they'll be a bit stressed because they almost don't know who you are anymore. Um, they feel, they're thinking that although you're very different and strong, you're very trustworthy and loving. With Mercury and Pisces, there's an innocence to you, great innocence to you. So they're really wowed by the magnitude of your transformation. Obviously, they believe you're living a wonderful life. Um, Maybe this is with neighbors. Maybe this is a person from um, an old school that you were in, or an old neighborhood that you used to live in, or your old city or old country. Maybe you're not there anymore. Thus, this would make sense. You know, someone who was in close proximity to you before that maybe isn't now, because they genuinely don't know where you're going with extraterrestrial, um, who you are as a person, what your thoughts are. You know, they think your thoughts are so otherworldly that if anyone would hear or know about them, it would cause societal upheaval or something. They think like your thoughts are so either progressive, or from you have thoughts from another society or another country, that to from where this person is from, or their perspective is just so out of this world or something. um yeah, they think you're so strong, confident, attractive. You have a strong, healthy body, that you've transformed in many ways, including how you look, what you do, where you are. They think it looks with the Eight of Cups like you've moved. So maybe, yeah, they used to live next to you, or they used to be in the same place or area or company that you were in, and you moved on, and you've gotten a lot of benefits from that move or something, from the moving. Maybe you've got a lot of benefits from the traveling or from the moving, or you're enjoying your life out there. Eight of Cups, out there, you're enjoying your life outside of where they are. I think that's it. You're really enjoying your life outside of where they are. With blind date, if they feel like if they see you again, you're almost unrecognizable, like they wouldn't know what to say to you. They really love you, this person you're inquiring about with the Queen of Cups. They have a lot of warm feelings, maybe nostalgia, or maybe you used to be good friends one day. But they have, with the Queen of Cups, warm emotions towards you. I think there's something about, they're not heartbroken, but it could be heartbreaking. Like you didn't do anything to hurt them, it seems, or they didn't to you, or maybe, I don't know. But there, as like the swords are about to hit, it's like if they think about how much you've changed, which they try not to think about, I think it could hurt them with the Three of Swords, because maybe you have a lot of memories together, or the heartbreaking thing would be after, because that's the before tarot. So it could be after they meet you. There were, or maybe they've met you. Maybe they've met you, and they're thinking it's heartbreaking, or it could hurt a little, sting a little, to know that maybe you're not close anymore, or just how much you've changed, and how much your thoughts with societal upheaval could be so different than them. So maybe it would be weird to both of you, each other's thoughts. Maybe you're friends, and now that you meet, maybe that's just a suggestion. And now that you meet, this friend's like, oh my God, I think we won't have much to talk about, and that's heartbreaking, or something like that. Yeah, the butterfly again. It's like you understand each other on a soul level, and there's where the love is that will never change. They feel like you're so capable with the witch here, like you're capable of flying so far in life. You're living a different life than they are. And they just didn't realize how different now, or how much the magnitude of the transformation is now, until they saw you or something. So if you don't know who this person is, let's pull out some cards to get some clues, just in case you don't know who this person is. Like, what is the reading talking about? Let's see. Who is this person for pile number 3? Queen of Wands. This is someone popular, someone who was popular in your life, someone you deemed as popular, someone who's popular to you. Like once upon a time, you thought, wow, what a person, something like that. Do you see a sun here, or is it just me? I see it on the screen, and maybe it's the camera like giving a warning or something. I really don't know what this is. Anyways, Sun and Queen of Wands. I don't know if you can see it, but Sun and Queen of Wands, like they were shining bright to you one day. One day you thought, wow, what a person. Or maybe the other way around. Maybe they always thought of you as someone who shines bright. Maybe they always thought, wow, who is this person? And it continues. The sun, maybe that's you. I don't know. Or maybe you thought, wow, who's that person? Maybe it's both of you, both of your energies. 3 of Pentacles, it seems you collaborated once upon a time. Like writings on the wall reminds me of recording history. So that's why I say once upon a time, you collaborated together, you worked together, you used to know each other. Maybe you've learned things together with the 3 of Pentacles. Learn together, work together. We're friends in something, in an area together. So there's history. You do have history with this person. And once upon a time, you collaborated a lot. And 8 of Pentacles. You taught this person? Maybe once upon a time you used to teach this person, or they were your teacher. For some of you, this is a teacher who helped you master something. Yeah, for some of you. Or a neighbor that used to help you study. Or you used to, some of you, this could be like in university, where this is like mastering something. Or work. Yeah, once upon a time you used to do some things together, and they watched you refine your craft. So I would guess colleague, school, university, professor, teacher. These are my guesses, really. somehow you've learned something together, grew up together, or learned something together, or worked together. That's for sure. It's like one of these. So yeah, these are the clues regarding who this person is that the reading is referring to. So I'm sure for most of you, if you're still here, then it's trying to explain the person you have in mind and what their thoughts about you is. So they feel like you're really enjoying life, where you're going. They keep thinking, the centerpiece here that moves, they keep thinking about how different you guys would be if you meet, that it would almost feel like a blind date, maybe a bit awkward. You don't know what to talk about anymore after the catching up, maybe, or how they expect to deal with you. So these are the thoughts that I see here that this person is thinking. Yeah, like you've changed a lot from when they saw you, but they still feel like you're very loving and trustworthy. Yeah, they have warm feelings towards you. So how did they find out all of this about you, unless a neighbor told them, right? How did they maybe you've met them? Let's see. King of Pentacles. Well, it shows for some of you with the King of Pentacles. So maybe they see you pass by in a nice car, or maybe they see you, your Facebook or Instagram or any social media account. Maybe they see your wealth there, or they see you doing well, stable in life. It doesn't have to be just wealth. They see you doing well in life, although luxury and King of Pentacles. You could be doing great in life, and they're like thinking, wow, they're doing really good. So yeah, it shows with the King of Pentacles somehow, like Instagram, Facebook, social media. Maybe you live next to them or something, or you pass by, or it shows. Sun, some of you could be popular. Maybe everybody talks about you with coming out of the mouth and the sun. Everybody, word of mouth. Everybody talks about you. Hey, do you know that little girl, little boy, little guy, little person who used to live in this building? Well, they're doing this and they're doing that. So maybe every word of mouth, every, like, people are talking about it. They heard people talking about it, or maybe it just shows for some of you. King of Cups. Well, in all cases, they love this for you. But King of Cups, how do they know with the King of Cups? Through a loved one. Through a common loved one. Yeah. Through a common loved one. Yeah. Who's spilling the tea here? Yeah. And Queen of Pentacles. They know the person that pays you. Very specific, but I just thought I should mention it. They see you getting paid. Maybe they can't see your bank account. They see you getting paid somehow, or they know that a job like yours would be paying as such, right? Okay. So they know through your position, in that case, your position. For some of you, they know that this position gets this money, or that this business makes this money, or industry or something. For some of you, it's a common person, a dear one to you and a dear one to them, who's spilling the tea a little bit here. Not in a bad way. They're just saying, oh, pile number 3 is doing great. I'm so proud of them. Something like that, maybe. Word of mouth. You have a lot of people, some of you, talking about you, going, whoa, but in a positive way. Again, that's a Sun card. Wow, we're so proud of them. Do you see what they're doing? Some of you also could be popular, or like you have strong reputation, or well known or something. And it shows. For some of you with the King of Pentacles, it just shows. I mean, the way you're living your life, it just shows. Okay, so these are the different means in which this person found out about you. Right? And they're like, wow, what a transformation or something. Okay, so what do they plan to do next? Or are there any plans? My dear pile number 3, what does this person plan to do next? Wow, 9 of Pentacles. The owl's coming. The owl came. 3 of Wands. Hawk, sorry, the hawk, not the owl. My apologies. Page of Cups. Again, something dropped where you are. Something dropped. Drop a message, because this person, oops, is reading a message here. And there's always a drop a message, I think. They're going to drop a message, drop an email, drop, what is it called? Drop in your, why would I forget that? Like drop inbox, drop in your, I can't remember. Anyways, they're going to send you a message, it seems. Yeah, I think this is definitely saying, because look, the hawk is coming and it delivered a message. So they're definitely thinking about it, how nice, 9 of Pentacles, how it would, like they're, okay, so 9 of Pentacles is like dream come true. And so it means that they're thinking about it a lot and they want to materialize it. So they think a lot about like reconnecting or connecting with you. So their 9 of Pentacles is a wish fulfillment card. So they are thinking about fulfilling that desire that they have, that wish that they have, to start with the 3 of Wands, start communication. Page of Cups is saying something like, hey, how are you? Like initial page, new page, initial, innocent, loving message. Nothing too deep, just dropping by to say hi, just dropping by to say hi, how have you been? Just a shallow conversation, not getting too deep, but just saying hi. I dropped by as in messaging to say hi and how you been, how's everything going, something like that. Devil card. It seems like they are withholding themselves though. So part of them really wants to do that. That's most of the time, 3 out of 4 cards. Most of the time they're thinking, yeah, I'm going to do that. And there's this one time of holding back. Like maybe I should hold back. Maybe I shouldn't initiate this connection or this conversation. The devil card is limiting beliefs. Maybe they're afraid. Maybe they think they're going to embarrass themselves. Maybe they think you're going to be mean to them. Maybe they think maybe it's not going to be appropriate for any reason. Not appropriate. Perhaps for some of you, this is like an ex and maybe you're in a relationship or they're in a relationship, thus the inappropriate. So that's on the table. Maybe they fear that they would have to lie with the devil card if they speak to you because you're going to ask them about them. So maybe they're afraid to say they're not where you are, so on and so forth. But there's definitely a thought that is truly holding them back. So most of the time they're like, why don't we just send a message? Why don't we just drop a message? What is it called? Drop in, I can't remember. And on Instagram, drop. Anyways, so yeah, most of the time they're thinking that, but sometimes they're like, no, we shouldn't do that. Okay, so what else do they plan to do next? Anything else? Knight of Wands, again, moving communication and just blurt out and say, hi, how are you? Expressing their excitement, the warmth, the heart. They're really afraid. See, the swords didn't hit. They're afraid of hurting themselves somehow. It's right under the devil card. But there's a big part of them that is so excited. They just want to move forward and go, hey, how are you? I'm so excited to talk to you or something. Okay, Two of Swords. Okay, so they feel like you don't see them. And they're planning, their thoughts is they're planning to remove the blindfold to show themselves. Right now, they feel like they're watching you, but maybe you're not paying attention to them or something. And their thoughts are, what they plan to do is to remove the blindfold and go, hey, how are you? I'm here. I'd love to have some coffee sometime, maybe, or something. So show up. They're planning to show up. Same thing. They're planning to show up. Reconnect the old. Six of Cups. Go back and reconnect as a child. Maybe they really did know you as a child, or maybe from the past. It's just talking about Six of Cups is the past. Rekindling the past. Going, hey, remember when we used to do these things together? We had a lot of fun. Something like that. Hey, how have you been? Remember when we used to do this? I just went there 2 days ago and I remembered you or something. Talking about the past. Tower card. But again, do you see the placement of the Devil and the Tower card? 3 out of 4 times when they think about this, they want to go ahead, and these are generally their thoughts. Talk about childhood, or talk about when we were younger, or before the pages, the Six of Cups. It's funny how the cards are aligning, saying the same thing, exact same thing, like go ahead, see you, show up. But then a part of them, and it's a very strong part of them, that just instantly gets triggered. That could be very much fear or stress, which we saw here. They do feel like, the reason is 3 out of 4 times is that they do feel like you're loving with Pisces, Mercury and Pisces. Your communication always was loving and kind and wise. Mercury and Pisces, wise, loving. Yeah, wise, loving, like you wouldn't do that. Graceful, for sure. You wouldn't do that. You were always, you had a beautiful soul, right? So that's why they feel like they can trust to take that step, but then they're very scared. There's this what if, I believe. What if, a limiting belief, which means it's a what if. What if they hurt me? What if I put myself in an awkward situation? What if this becomes stressful? There's something that they're worried about here, depending on your connection, really. They're afraid of embarrassing themselves, but also you, like putting both of you in an awkward situation. I think that's what it is, because there are 2 people in the Tower here. So they're perhaps thinking that it's not going to be good for both of you, actually. Yeah, there's something about it's not going to be good for both of you. But yeah, they're just so proud of you. They are in awe with how you transformed. They think you're a beautiful person. They just think that your thoughts are out of this world than what it was before when you were together. And yeah, they have very warm feelings towards you. They hear all the best things about you, and they're just thinking about wanting to reconnect and rekindle the connection. And my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye!